everyone, this is Matt from drawingtutorialsonline.com with a member critique. In this critique, we're going to help out Arjun with trying to promote three-dimensional form in his digital portrait painting. I think you'll learn something from this critique. Let's get started. Listen, I think you did a really good job. I think you're improving a lot, and I'm seeing a lot of good things. It's a really nice portrait. Yeah, very cool. Let me just kind of go in some areas that jump out at me, just because I think about these areas a lot when I draw. So this is, you did a very good job here. It's that temple. This you always want to think. I'm just going to talk about like random specifics here on this portrait. You always want to think about this as turning, and you always want to think of this as connecting to that lower eyelid. So that is a little bit more in the eye socket area. It's happening over here. It's happening over here as well. Kind of cruises up. This is that. I like to think of these two shapes as like almost like eyeglasses, and we could connect the eyeglasses just like that, and like almost like sunglasses. Like it helps me, and then this is the edge of that frontal bone of the skull right here, and we can see that, and you got it, and you did a really good job. Just this, you have to think of it as curving around, and a slightly darker value, but it's this curve here on both eyes that helps so much. Okay, now we have our line that separates. Bouguereau's has a very, very soft, so this is that zygomatic bone, zygoma bone, and then we see it over here. Obviously, you're not going to do that dark line, but I'm just showing you how I'm seeing things, and these should connect. Okay, so I might pronounce this big area. It's not a light. It is a light, but it's not white. And then we have this. So that's pure skull under there. And it's pretty much zygoma bone. And then this just all becomes more of that front plane. That's a little bit more vertical. So that's why I'm going like a little bit lighter here. Okay. Now, again, I love what you did, and I think you did a great job. And you're getting so much better with seeing the eyelash and seeing the eyes and seeing the lower lid. That's awesome. Now, this piece is very pixelated, but this is, gosh, such an S-curve, that eye. It's a little bit more of an S-curve, and it connects. This sometimes could connect. Okay. I don't want to go too much bigger than that because then it becomes pixelated. It's a little too pixelated. Let's zoom down. Arjun, really, like you did great on this piece. Let's talk about, let's just do it for the sake of doing it, the angles of the hair. Because that's slightly off, and I really do think it's switching things up a little bit. So there's this. Then there's this organic angle. I'm doing organic angles. So you have a little bit more, it's feeling a little bit more less dramatic, this bump out here. Wow, yeah, okay. And then I'm also seeing this little micro angle, and the distance from here to here is a little bit further. I'm super nitpicking with you. Again, you've improved so very much, and it looks fantastic. Arjun, this has to be flowy. Okay, this one's less flowy, but we can argue that it flows just into that piece of fabric. What else can we talk about here? So with her mouth, let's do the angles. One angle, angles up, angles down to the center line, angles back up, and then it goes across. You did a pretty doggone good job. I would say that maybe the upper lip on your piece is slightly too dark on this side. It's very light on that side. So I would say that those are my darks on her lip. The rest of it is extremely light. Yeah, this is just a cylinder. And this is the part of that cylinder that's catching the light. A little bit lighter over here. That's your fade in right into her hair. Okay. And this Bouguereau's, the upper eyelids were so thick and they caught so much light, especially that side. Just a wonderful shape. I think I'm going to leave it there because you did such a good job. This could flow into her ear, like the value of her cheekbone. I shouldn't be using white there because that confuses it. And it's not white, it's in the shadow. You're really separating her ear from her face. And I think the way that you did this side is so much better. So let's just say one big phrase for the critique, okay? Because phrases are very helpful. I just think that some things need to be rounder, and some of your stuff is a little less round. And it's Arjun, you're just about there with it. It's extremely subtle, okay? And what specifically am I talking about? Let me just use pure. This needs to feel a little bit rounder. I think this is just too straight for too long. This needs to feel much rounder. This could have a touch more roundness in it. Again, this is just big picture thinking. I'm really trying to feel out like that round. Okay. It is that way. So that's just a softer with some of these edges. Again, now I'm getting into the weeds and I'm getting a little too heady with it. But I think you just did an amazing job. This is one of your better portraits. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I honestly feel like the sleeper in this portrait is this, how you're separating her face from her ear. If you connect those things, if you lighten this area, if you round that just a touch more, I think, you're really good with this piece. Arjun, thank you so much for sharing it. I love it. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Hey, thank you so much for watching that member critique. I really appreciate it. If you would like to get some feedback on your artwork, definitely consider checking out drawingtutorialsonline.com. If you're looking to get feedback and you're not necessarily looking to join DTO, I highly encourage you to get feedback from a teacher that you like and trust. Even if you're really sensitive about your work or you're really shy about asking somebody to give you some guidance, I think getting critiques on your work is one of the most valuable things that you can do to improve your growth and make your growth happen faster. So I'm going to be adding some more sketchbook videos in the coming Saturdays. I'm in the midst of filming a bunch of them. The students that I have this semester are pretty awesome. So look for that. And if you like this video, subscribe and to the channel and hit the like button, and I'll talk to you soon. Be good.